C Diff. What is it? What does it feel like? What does it mean? How do you get it? If you want to know the answer to all those questions, just keep watching. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I just want to give a little warning. If you get kind of sick on your stomach a little easy, you may want to skip this video because we're going to be talking about some not great things, but we are going to be talking about all things C. diff, and that has to do with like your colon, intestines, and all that good stuff. So if you get really kind of sick on your stomach kind of easy, this may not be the video for you, but if you're okay with that, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so last year after I had weight loss surgery, I woke up and started trying different things, and water, pudding, yogurt, I'm trying to think, my protein drinks and stuff like that. So pretty much the same diet I had, the liquid diet, before surgery. Well, this time, during the 2 weeks, I was fine. Like, I was going to the bathroom to go pee a lot because, you're on pretty much like a full liquid diet. So, you're going to go pee a lot. But this time I realized, every time I ate something or drank something, and when I say ate, I just mean spooning, yogurt, pudding, stuff like that, it's considered a liquid, or even the protein soups, that are fully liquids. So I wasn't actually eating anything solid. But so all this liquid stuff, I realized after surgery, not only was I running to the bathroom to pee, I was running to the bathroom to poop. Uncontrollably had issues. My stomach would gurgle and get cramps in them so bad. And I'm sitting here thinking, the first couple of days, I'm thinking, okay, this is my stomach upset, it's hurting, it's learning to adjust, it's, my stomach has never been like this before, so maybe this is just part of the healing thing. But here's my husband, going through the exact same thing that I am, and he's not experiencing any of this. So I'm I just kind of waited a couple days, but then the more and more that I waited, the more and more it kept happening, and I was getting dehydrated. It was not fun, and it was definitely kind of scary, but I just was maybe this is my new normal, and I'll just have to learn to deal with it. Thank God that I did not keep that mindset in my head, because I would probably not be here right now if that was what I kept in my head. So this is so embarrassing, but what really kind of made me say, okay, I need to go to the emergency room, and mind you, at this point, I had already called my office, my work that did my program, and I had talked to one of the surgeons, not my surgeon, but a different surgeon who was there. He was the one that was on call for that weekend. And I just explained to him all my symptoms, and he's like, well, it could just be your body adjusting to surgery and the new way that you're eating and everything like that. And he was like, or, it could be just a little something more, just play it by ear and just see how you feel. Well, that just didn't, it didn't sit right with me, but I was like, maybe he's right. Well, I was at my grandmother's, and, I had to use the bathroom, and I did not make it to the bathroom. My grandmother has a little 900 square foot house. I can literally be in the kitchen and yell, to my kids in the back bedroom when we're over there, because the house is just so, it's a tiny little house, and it's very a cozy little house. And so the bathroom is not very far from the living room. Well, I did not make it. And, and it was just, this is so disgusting and embarrassing, but it was so liquefied that it just kind of would run everywhere. like down my legs. It was horrible. Like, and I felt like I felt like I could not control it, and my stomach would just keep cramping up over and over and over again. And I just had no control over my stomach, or if I was going to the bathroom, if I wasn't going to the bathroom. And yeah, I mean, it was intense. I mean, it's a very, very, very intense situation. Like, C. diff is absolutely no joke. I went to the emergency room and I had low potassium. They gave me like a potassium drink. Disgusting. They need to figure out a different way to do that because it's nasty as hell. But anyway, so they gave me a potassium drink. They checked my levels a little bit later. Still, I was low potassium, so I had to do the potassium drink again. And I was super dehydrated, so they had me on IV fluids. And it was just a mess. They really were like, I highly doubt you have C. diff. It's probably not that. It's probably a stomach bug, but we're gonna run a CT scan with dye and everything just to make sure. And honestly, it wasn't even, if I remember correctly, they didn't even run the CT scan because they thought I had C. diff. They had done like an ultrasound and they saw something that might be a little funny with my liver or something like that. And so that's why they were running the CT scan. But when they ran that CT scan, thank God they did, there was all types of inflammation in my intestines. I think maybe it was my large intestine. I can't remember. But one of my intestines was extremely inflamed. It was angry. It was nasty. And so they went ahead and they said, you know what, we'll go ahead and we will test you for C. diff because something is not looking right in there. And lo and behold, I was right and they were wrong. And I had C. diff. The only explanation I have for it is that I must have contracted it during surgery at the hospital. I won't name the hospital for privacy reasons, but yeah, so that's the only place I could have contracted it. So, and I don't know if I have posted in videos before about H. pylori and that I had to go through 2 rounds of medication to get rid of my H. pylori, which is also an issue with your colon, intestines, and stuff like that. Like, it's all about bacteria like in your stomach in that digestive tract. But so I don't know if I'm just more prone to things like that, but either way, I fully believe I contracted it during that surgery. Not that does not make me regret my surgery at all. I'm still glad that I did it, even going through the C. diff. I just see it as a positive thing that maybe me getting C. diff, I now know what to look for, the symptoms and everything like that. And I can help somebody else identify maybe if they have C. diff as well. So hopefully this video is helping somebody out there. But it is actually, it's very serious. I didn't realize how serious it was. Like, once you find out that you have C. diff, they start putting on all these extra like layers of precaution to keep them safe. Because I guess it's extremely, extremely contagious. And like, they're like, don't use Clorox wipes. You need to use like a full-on like bleach, like every time, because I was staying at my grandma's house so she could help me with the kids, and because me and my husband were both down at the same time. Like, we were staying there. She has 1 bathroom. They're like, every time you use the bathroom, which was extremely quite often, I had to literally clean with bleach, like the light switch, the toilet seat, the back of the toilet, anything that I touched, like my skin touch while I was there, I had to bleach everything down. I was pretty much confined to 1 room. My kids weren't allowed, but it was just better for them to be away from me. Honestly, it was better for everybody to be away from me because just of how contagious it is, and me not wanting anybody else to contract it. Thank God that no one else did. And I wanted to make this video though, honestly, to talk about the signs. And it also goes back to my number 1 tip video, which I will link down below. The listening to your body, like the surgeon that I talked to, he was just like, you know, oh, it could be this, it could be that, it could be C. diff, you know, it could be a whole bunch of things, but it could be normal, you could be fine. But I listened to my own body and decided to go to the emergency room, and it was the best decision that I made, because I mean, honestly, had I let it continue and let it go on, all of my organs could have gotten nasty and corroded and gross, and I mean, I could have ended up, you know, dead, because if I didn't listen to my body and say, I'm going to go get this checked out, you know, I could have waited until all of my organs were infected and inflamed and gross, and who knows if I could have come back from that or not. So definitely, like I said, on my number one tip, no matter what's going on with you, listen to your body. And if you think something's not right, it probably isn't. So go get checked out. But all in all, I made this video just so if anybody else has symptoms or is feeling the way that I am feeling, or the way that I felt, I just want you to know that it could be normal, but it could be C. diff, and it could be anything in between. So definitely, please get yourself checked out. I mean, it can be super serious, and it can turn deadly super fast, and it is highly contagious. So if you have kids or a significant other, or if you live with roommates, you could easily spread it to other people around you. So definitely just be aware and just listen to your body and pay attention, and make sure that you're taking care of yourself so you can be the best you that you can be. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any specific questions or concerns or anything that you want to ask about C. diff, or if you're feeling this way and you want to bounce ideas and questions off of me, feel totally welcome. Leave me comments down below, email me. I have an email in my bio. So yeah, definitely just reach out to me if you need help, and I would be more than willing to answer any questions that you have. But yeah, I really hope that all of you guys watching this, that out of all of you guys, it helps somebody, and I really hope that none of you guys get this. It was horrible. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye guys.